The African sun burned hot above the savanna, the air heavy with dust. Daniel, a veteran ranger of 50, walked his patrol with weary steps. He had seen many dangers, but this day carried a different weight. The air smelled of dust and heat, and birds fell silent in the trees. Shadows shifted in the brush, and unease crept into his heart. It was then that he heard the crunch of boots behind him. Poachers emerged, 6 men with eyes sharp as knives. They carried clubs, ropes, and their smirks were cruel. Daniel knew instantly he was outnumbered. They rushed him with fists and blows, striking without mercy. He tried to fight back, but their weight crushed him down. The rope cut his wrists until blood slicked his skin. "Stay out of our way," one growled with venom in his tone. They tied him to a tree, chest bound so tight he could barely breathe. Then they vanished, leaving him broken in the wilderness. Hours crawled past under the punishing sun. Insects buzzed around his sweat-soaked face. Every breath felt like fire, every twitch dug the rope deeper. He thought of his wife, waiting at the small outpost. He thought of the animals he swore to protect. Would he die here, nameless, forgotten among the grass? Then came a sound, low and steady, vibrating through the earth. A growl, primal and ancient, rising from the shadows, and from the brush stepped a lion. Its mane shone gold in the sunlight, its eyes fierce and knowing. Scars marked its body, evidence of battles long survived. Daniel's pulse thundered in his ears. His end was near. The lion circled slowly, a predator appraising its prey. Daniel shut his eyes, waiting for the sharp bite of death. But the beast did not strike. Instead, hot breath brushed his arms bound with rope. Teeth closed, not on flesh, but on fiber. The lion pulled, strands tearing one by one. Daniel opened his eyes in disbelief, staring at the impossible. Then memory pierced him like lightning in the storm. He had seen this creature before. Years ago, a cub caught in a poacher's trap, its paw mangled, eyes wide with pain and fear. Daniel had freed it, whispering comfort as it limped away. Could this be the same cub, now mighty and grown? The rope fibers split under jaws stronger than steel. Daniel collapsed forward, gasping into the dirt. The lion growled low, standing close, watching the trees. From the shadows rose laughter, eerie and sharp. Hyenas slinked into view, eyes glowing with hunger. Daniel tried to stand, his legs buckling beneath him. The hyenas drew nearer, teeth gleaming in the dim light. But the lion stepped forward, mane bristling like fire. A roar erupted, thunder shaking the trees. The ground trembled, and the scavengers faltered. One by one, they scattered into the brush. Silence returned, broken only by Daniel's ragged breaths. The lion did not leave. It paced beside him, as though guarding his every step. Daniel staggered forward, every movement an agony. When he fell, the lion stood waiting until he rose again. Together they walked the burning savanna. At last, the outpost appeared, faint in the distance. Voices called, rifles raised as comrades ran to him. "Don't shoot!" Daniel cried. "He saved me!" The rifles lowered, faces etched with disbelief. The lion halted, eyes glowing with memory. For a heartbeat, man and beast held each other's gaze. Then the lion turned, mane blazing in the sun. He paused, looked back once, silent and proud, and then he vanished into the wild. Daniel sank to his knees, tears mingling with sweat. He knew few would believe this tale, but in his heart he carried the truth. Gratitude lives even in the fiercest of creatures. And somewhere beyond the trees, a lion remembered the hand that once freed it, and had returned the gift. The sun lowered slowly, painting the sky with fire. Daniel limped back into the outpost gates, a man reborn. His comrades stared, whispering in hushed voices. Rumors spread quickly, carried by the wind of the savanna. A ranger saved by the very beast he once saved himself. It sounded like myth, but truth burned brighter. At night Daniel dreamed of golden eyes. He felt the hot breath, heard the roar echoing in his chest, and each morning he woke with gratitude. The lion did not return, but Daniel felt its presence. Every patrol, every glance into the tall grass. He knew their bond lived beyond sight. Sometimes the cry of hyenas carried across the plain, and Daniel would smile, remembering the thunderous roar. One roar that scattered darkness and gave him life. He walked the land with new eyes, humble and changed. Every tree, every track in the soil had meaning now. The wild had claimed him as its own. Years passed, yet the memory stayed fresh. A lion's bow of gratitude, silent but eternal. A gift no human hand could ever forget. Children in the villages grew up hearing the tale. They whispered of a lion that remembered kindness. A legend born not of fear, but of faith. Daniel grew older, his hair silver like the moonlight, but in his heart he still carried that day. The day he learned the wild remembers. And when storms raged across the savanna, he smiled, for he knew somewhere in the shadows a guardian watched, a golden mane blazing in the rain. Gratitude, he realized, binds all living things, even between man and beast, across fear and time. And in the silence of the savanna, the lion still remembered. The savanna stretched endlessly, bathed in starlight and whispers of the wind. Daniel stood still, gazing into the horizon where the lion had vanished. He felt a bond that would outlast a lifetime, carved into his soul. Legends, he knew, are not born from books but from moments like this. A man and a lion, bound by mercy, courage, and memory. And their story would echo across the savanna for generations to come.